Hi, this is Toddy Ivy, and you are listening to Literati Records podcast.
Why have you not come round lately? Have you had enough? Why do I know the name that sounds like Caitlin? She's gonna have it rush into love. Turns me. I might have known that you were joking. My mild aching, my delight is in the taking. Oh. You drove my heart around this city. You drove it off a cliff. I know you couldn't have let me down so easy. And don't I have the will to rush into love? Turns me. I might have known that you were joking. My mild aching, my delight is in the taking. Leaves and jelly bean containers leaves me with my sugar rush. Dreams of love's hallucinations of California's coast into love. Turns me again. My mild aching,
Welcome to episode 44 of the Literati Records podcast. I'm your host, Marcus, and I want to thank you for tuning in, turning on, and supporting independent music. Today is a special show for me as I once again get to sit down and chat with a longtime friend. But before we jump into our feature, we have a few housekeeping items to run through. Still no word from our $100 monthly cash giveaway winner, Andrew Mills 990. If your email begins with Andrew Mills 990, send us an email from that account to literati@literatirecords.com and claim your $100 cash prize. If you'd like a shot at our $100 cash giveaway for June, get on over to our website at www.literatirecords.com and sign up for our email list. There are a few rules and guidelines listed with the form, so be sure to look those over as well. You can also connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. We mostly reserve our website for podcast posts and a few other pages, but Facebook and Twitter are where we like to interact more directly with the independent music community. And don't forget about email. You can always contact us at literati@literatirecords.com. Give us your feedback. Let us know about artists you think we should cover on the show. Or if you're in a band, send us a track for our local Mix Monday shows. My guest today is Toddy Ivy, an amazing singer and songwriter from Colorado who has spent time both in the Denver and LA music scenes. These days she can be seen and heard fronting the Toddy Ivy Band, once again offering up her unique vocal talents to hometown audiences. You can catch her performing at this year's UMS Festival. Now, Toddy Ivy. My guest on the show today is local Denver artist Toddy Ivy. It's a real pleasure to have her on the show. We've known each other for quite a while.
Yes, we have.
It's like sitting down with a good friend. I like that. Now, you've been involved in music in both Denver and LA. Could you give us a brief history of Toddy Ivy, the artist?
Sure. I've been writing music since I was 19, and in the mid-90s I decided to put together a band. And I was playing around Denver, and at the same time I was recording a record that took about a year to complete. It's called Grotto. And you actually played on the record, if you remember correctly.
Yes, I did.
And after that, I played around town for another couple years, and in 1998 I decided to move to Los Angeles to pursue music to greater depth. And when I moved there, I assembled a different bunch of players who moved with me from Denver, and we played in LA for a couple years together. And then I started playing on my own and just sort of still recording with different artists. I collaborated with a few different electronic music artists. I went on tour with an artist called Brian Trenzo, a trance artist. BT is what he goes by, and that was really, really awesome and fun. And then in 2006, I made a record called Planet Satsuma with Austrian producer Bernhard Penzias, and to date that is the last full-length record that I've made, and I'm really proud of it. But it's time to do a new one, so that's what my goal is in moving back here.
I've seen you perform both alone on a stage and as part of a larger group. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, not really. I love performing on my own because when I perform with me and my guitar, I also use a loop pedal, and so I loop the vocals only. I don't loop the guitar, I just loop the vocals, and I essentially create a pad of backup singers, like a trio, kind of like the Supremes or something like that, behind me in my songs, and that's really fun to do because I love singing backup and I love harmonizing, and I would prefer to have a choir behind me, but so that's when I do that on my own. I really enjoy it, but with the band, I have to limit the looping because my timing isn't always perfect, and unless the band can hear the loops really well, or my timing is really impeccable, which it's not, then unless that happens, it's just preferable not to loop very much. So I love playing with the band because it just has more feel, it has a more intense sort of rock feel to it. I don't prefer one or the other though.
Well, you recently debuted the newest incarnation of the Toddy Ivy Band. Can you give us a rundown of who was in that group?
Yeah, two fellas, both of whom I met at Colorado Public Radio where I work part-time. One of them is named Jonathan Finger, and he's a classically trained piano player, but he's playing the drums. He's played the drums for years, but never live in a band setting. So this is all new for him.
Wow, that's cool.
And he's enjoying it very much. And then the bass player, his name is Anthony Brooks, and he also works at CPR with me, and he's a classically trained double bass. He studied double bass at Yale, and electric bass to him is kind of new also.
Sure.
He played in a band with an electric bass like 10 years ago, but this is the first time he's played in a while, and so that's the lineup.
Well, you're a very talented artist, and you've explored a very diverse range of musical textures throughout your career. How do you describe your sound?
Well, I suppose my sound has changed over the years. When I first started writing, my songs were very wordy and really long, so I've tried to sort of grasp this in a more simple way of writing. So my songs are a lot simpler, and I've gotten better as a songwriter, I think, because of it, and my guitar playing has gotten better over the years, but I also play much simpler. But my sound, I always kind of look for that term to describe what the sound is, whether it's like, I like the term freak folk, or anti-folk, which is the term I think that came out of Brooklyn a few years ago. My friend and I call it dope folk,
nice.
Because it's kind of dope. And I really, the sound that I hear that I really want is always a very lush kind of. I want beautiful sounding music. I want it to really. I like music that gives you tingles, and I like bridges that go places and hit. Just make you feel something.
Kind of take you on a little bit of a journey and give you a nice musical picture to look at while you go.
Yes, exactly.
Well, what inspires you as a songwriter?
Well, I don't know. I used to call what I did. I had two types of songs. I had love songs, and I had hate love songs. And more often than not, there were hate love songs. I mean, that's a really easy territory to go to because everyone's been spurned, and those songs just seem to come pretty easily. But I over the years, I think have written less of those because I've become a little bit more sophisticated in my writing, and I don't necessarily have to rely on just the easy things to write about. I try to make things, and I'm kind of enjoying right now writing a little bit more esoterically. Something I've never done before until recently is taken poems that I've written, kind of real stream of consciousness poems, and turn them into songs. Because I like the idea that people can interpret the songs as they will. I shy away from writing songs that are too confessional or diary-ish, That's my goal, is to make songs that are interesting word-wise, but don't necessarily tell a linear story.
Are you currently working on any new music for any future releases?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have a collection of songs that I've written over the last few years. I'm relatively prolific, so I have a bunch of stuff that I sort of go back to the archives and find, and some are years old, and some are a year old. And I am looking forward to assembling the songs and starting production on a new record. I don't know if that is going to entail working with a producer, or if it's just me in my living room for now. I think I might just throw everything down in my own little production, which I'm not a professional by any means, but just to get them in sort of a form that a producer can take and then realize what my ideas are for it. So yes, I would love to make a new record. Hopefully that'll happen.
What other local artists do you recommend people check out?
Ooh.
Throw a little love out to your friends on the local scene.
All right. Oh, well, there's one of my favorite people in the world, Jimmy Nasty, who plays in his band called I'm a Boy. They're awesome. They're a trio. He plays guitar. Whitney Rare plays the bass. She's incredible. And John Scheidt plays the drums. Whitney has her own band, who's also really amazing. They're called Gata Negra, and she's an amazing performer. She plays guitar in that band. And who else? I I'd have to think about that.
Too many to name.
Too many to name. There's so much good music happening
But
here.
I have to concur on I'm a Boy. Great band.
Right,
Love those guys. Well, what's the first rock song or artist you really remember connecting with?
That would have to be Kate Bush. I'm a Kate Bushite. There are thousands and thousands upon thousands of us, but I think I heard her perform. I saw her perform. Remember on Channel 12 where they had like a music television
Sure,
station?
yeah,
Remember that?
yeah,
I don't remember what the show was
I
called.
forget the name of it, but yeah.
They
totally
played music videos, and so I remember seeing Kate Bush performing her song "Wuthering Heights," which was a big hit in like 1978. And in England anyway, it was never really a big hit here. But anyway, so I heard that song and it did exactly what I described before, which gave me chills. It was so beautifully composed and she was so just amazing performance-wise.
Very visual artist
Very
as well.
visual, yeah. And I just sort of took that and I was like, so I just delved into her music. That was when I was like 13. I listened to her music just ad nauseum for years. So she was kind of the basis.
Probably if you hear it now, it kind of transports you back into that time period.
Yeah, it does. In fact, I don't listen to her records very much anymore because I used them up.
Yeah.
She was such a big influence, and I think that she's given me what I need to create my own sound now.
Well, Toddy, I want to thank you very much for sitting down and talking with us. Hopefully people can get out and see you perform with the Toddy Ivy Band.
That would be wonderful. I hope to play. We will be at the UMS Festival in July.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate it.
Heat is never hot until the cold is there to like you're my living hand rule. I want you, but you become me. I'd like to try you on. You become me. I think you match my You blame me, you tease me, you find me, then you picture about your culture. But be aware, look over here, but breathe there, 'cause you're up there with the vulture. I need you, my blood, my heart hits me with the same things. I love you, I hate you, I'd leave you if I could only want to. I want you, but you become me. I'd like to put you only away. You become me. I'd like to use you as an accessory. You become me. La-ti-da, la-ti-da. You become me. I'd like to match you out on my credit card. One is for the chain, the one I wrapped around you. Two is for the game, the one not to return to. Three is for the door, the one you walk into. Four is for the floor, the one we resume to. Five is for the day that you saved me. Six is for the rain that you laid me. Seven's for the web, the one that you spun me in. Eight is for the dance, the one that you dipped me in.